Hey there. So today we're going to do something a little different. We're going to take a really big, kind of complex scientific idea and break it down with, well, a story about food. That's right, we're going to talk about how a simple pot of biryani can actually unlock one of the most important concepts in all of research, the search for truth.
So let's just get right to it. What in the world can a pot of biryani possibly teach us about scientific truth? I know, it sounds a little out there, but trust me on this. Stick with me. Because this simple metaphor, it might just be one of the most powerful tools you'll ever have for really getting what research is all about.
All right, let's dive in. Our story starts with what I like to call a delicious dilemma. It's the story of the pot and the plate.
Okay, I want you to imagine this. You're at a massive party, right? And the air is just filled with this incredible smell because a cook has just whipped up a giant, steaming pot of chicken biryani. It looks amazing, it smells incredible, you get the picture.
So the cook spots you and brings over a heaping plate, scooping it right off the top. You know, that really fragrant, fluffy layer of rice? You take your first bite and wow, it's perfect. Fluffy, aromatic, just delicious. And your first thought is, man, this is an amazing pot of biryani.
But wait a second. This is where we need to pause and think. Does that one amazing bite on your plate, does it really tell you the truth about what's in the entire pot? Is that little sample giving you the whole story?
'Cause what if there's a problem you can't see? What if way down at the bottom of that pot, the chicken is actually spoiled? Yeah. And maybe the cook, wanting everyone to be happy, just served you the good stuff from the top, kind of hiding the nasty truth underneath.
And that right there, that simple question, is the plate telling the real truth about the pot? That is the absolute key to unlocking a huge concept in science called validity.
So, what even is validity? Well, when you boil it all down, it's just asking one thing. Are we measuring what we actually want to measure? And our little story, it's super simple. Is the plate telling us the honest-to-goodness truth about the whole pot? If it is, boom, you've got high validity. If it's not, well, we've got a big problem.
Okay, let's break this down a bit more. First up, let's talk about the truth inside the pot itself. This is what scientists and researchers call internal validity. So, internal validity is all about asking, is our conclusion true just within this specific situation? In our story, it's about what's happening right there in the party hall. It's asking if there were any biases, like did the cook deliberately serve you only the good part? That action, that's a bias. It's a flaw in our little experiment. It means our conclusion that this biryani is awesome is totally wrong because the plate doesn't actually represent the whole pot. But, getting the truth about what's in the pot is only half the story. We also need to ask if that truth means anything outside the pot. And that brings us to our second big idea. External validity. External validity is asking, hey, can we take what we learned from this one pot of biryani and apply it to the whole wide world? So let's say this pot is genuinely perfect, top to bottom. Does that mean we can assume 1,000 other pots made with the exact same recipe will also be perfect? That ability to take a conclusion from the party and apply it everywhere else, that's what researchers call generalizability. Can the truth travel?
Okay, I know that was a lot to process. But if you walk away with just one thing today, I want it to be this. This next bit is your memory hook. It's the key to everything.
Here it is. Just remember this sentence. Validity is when the truth on the plate equals the truth in the pot. That's it. If what you're served is an honest, true sample of everything that was made, you've got strong validity. It really is that simple. So burn that into your brain. Truth on the plate equals truth in the pot.
All right, let's do a super quick recap just to make sure it all clicks into place. Here's the whole idea in a nutshell.
So, number one, validity is just asking, are we seeing the real, actual truth? Then you've got internal validity. That's all about accuracy inside the study, inside the pot. Next is external validity. That's asking whether that truth can travel outside the study, beyond the pot to other places. And the golden rule through it all? If the plate is a true match for the pot, your validity is rock solid.
So I'm going to leave you with a final thought. The next time you see a big headline about some new study or some groundbreaking research, I want you to let this little story pop into your head. I want you to ask yourself, what's on the plate they're showing me, and what's really in the pot? Thanks so much for tuning in.